My name is Natalia, and today I'll be talking to you about Saint Joseph the Patriarch and his 11 brothers. So it started when Jacob had 12 sons, and he favored Joseph a lot, more than his brothers. So Jacob gave Joseph a very colorful coat. Now the brothers are very, very jealous of him. One night, while Joseph was dreaming, he had a dream. And the dream was that there were 12 sacks of grain. His sack was in the middle, and all the other 11 sacks bowed to his grain sack. He decided to go tell his brothers. When the brothers found out, they were furious, very furious. How do you think you would have felt? So they decided to kill him. Now, one of the brothers decided to not kill him and instead to throw him down a well. So his name was Reuben. So Reuben decided if it will throw Joseph down a well, he could go get him later and back to his father. Now, when Joseph came, his brothers threw him down the well. And Joseph was very sad. Now, the brothers saw some merchants coming down. They were going to Egypt, and they decided to sell Joseph. Don't you think Jesus was sold for money? Same with Joseph was sold for money. So both of them were sold for money. So Joseph was sold to a man named Potiphar. In Potiphar's house, he worked very well as a servant, and he became, since Potiphar saw how well he was doing, he put Joseph in charge of all the servants in the house. Now, Potiphar's wife was very jealous and decided to get rid of him. She told Potiphar a lie, and Potiphar got so angry that he threw Joseph in prison. In prison, he worked very well, and the prison warden was proud of him. One night, a baker and a person who makes wine had a dream, and they went to Joseph and they asked, "Who will die?" Joseph knew what the dream meant, so he said that the baker will. Everybody was surprised. One night, the Pharaoh had a dream, and the dream was there were 12 skinny cows and 12 fat cows. The 12 skinny cows went to the 12 fat cows and ate them up. Pharaoh woke up in horror. He did not know what it meant. He called all his wise men and magicians, but none of them could figure out this mysterious puzzle. The prison warden heard about the Pharaoh's dreams, and he told the Pharaoh that he had a person in prison that could tell dreams, and that was Joseph. Joseph went to the Pharaoh and explained the dreams. He said that there will be 12 years of very well harvest and 12 years of starvation. Pharaoh was so pleased that he put Joseph in charge of Egypt. Now, Joseph made sure everybody collected enough for the 12 years and for the next 12 years. When the 12 years of starvation came, Joseph and Egypt was very well fed. But back at home, the 11 brothers were starving. And they decided to go to Egypt because they heard that Egypt had plenty of food. Now, when they went at Egypt, Joseph saw his brothers, and his brothers were asking for food. Now, Joseph didn't want to tell that it was him yet, so he gave them food. When the food ran out, the brothers came again, and this time Joseph told them who he really was. His brothers were overjoyed, and his father and his family came to live with him in Egypt. And that is the story of Saint Joseph and his 11 brothers.